Now, let me put you guys in this situation. This was something we found online. If you had a kid, had a baby, and learned after 3 years your baby was switched at birth, would you rather keep your kid or your actual I'm sorry, would you rather keep your baby that you've had since birth, or would you want back your actual kid that actually came from your blood?
If my actual baby looks better than the current baby I have, I will 100% exchange them. I wish I could pull up like its 2K stats. Like what's this baby's overall compared to
my god,
the current baby's overall that I got?
Wingspan?
Like, so the kid that's not my baby, I have a 3-year connection with, but the baby that's actually mine, do I even know that baby's mine?
Well, you found out now that they called you and said, "Sorry, Mr. Thomas, your baby was switched at birth."
It's not my kid. I'm taking the one that I've been with for 3 years. It's not my kid.
Dang, it's like that.
Yeah.
I ain't my kid no more.
Put Michael Jackson over my face. The kid is not my son.
I'm gonna go get my son.
I mean, you don't think that's a little ignorant though? What if the kid wants to know it's real dad? You just gonna be like, "Hey, you're not my son."
I mean, I get to know him, but he's not my son.
I get to know
but he is your son.
But he is your son.
I don't know if it's an option, but like I would fight to keep them both.
3-years don't even remember.
Well, I mean,
start remembering stuff.
The other kid would have.
He said he's gonna keep both.
Can I
he said you don't get a child.
I mean,
I'm gonna give y'all my perspective on it.
Now,
this is my perspective on it.
Yeah.
Let me like all this. Stay on that, but let me like alter so you can like understand my thinking.
No.
Say that you okay. Let's like switch it a little bit.
The host said no like 8 times.
You're 16 years old, right?
No.
Say that you get.
Where are we at now?
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
You're gonna see it. So
here's the
you're
baton.
16 years old, right? Your mom marries a different person, right? You get a stepdad, and you bonded with this person, the stepdad, for 3 years.
Grab me that baton back. I don't know.
You don't know your real dad. Listen. You don't know your real dad, but you get a stepdad and you bond with this stepdad for 3 years. One day your real dad comes in and be like, "Hey, I'm actually your father." Do you care, or are you gonna stay with your stepdad?
I'm 16.
Yeah, 16 is different than 3 though. 3 like is not
any age.
Get this dude out of here.
At 3 years old, you don't know what
you've known your stepdad all this time. You've never seen your actual dad. Your actual dad comes out of nowhere like, "Hey, I'm actually your father." Hey. What are you gonna do?
Okay, the question is not as the kid's perspective. It's your perspective. You would rather keep you don't want to have your actual blood son no more. You just want the kid
who's only 3 years old.
Hey, bro.
Barely walking.
I'll help me in his life, but it's fun. Like I have to build that rapport with him. Like I have a rapport. This is my
it's your son.
This is the one I recognize as my son. The one that comes back that I never know 3 years later. I don't know this kid.
The one that's not actually your son.
Some black boy. I mean,
this is a question there is no answers, but you making this sound like a wrong answer. Look, I'm gonna just say, look. As a 3-year-old, like Corey said,
man, no.
So the kid that's been mine for 3 years. I gotta kick him to the curb.
You gotta give him back to the other family.
Get back to his family.
Let Papa G speak. Go ahead, Papa G.
Senior G.
Whoa, I didn't say
uppercase G.
As a 3-year-old, you don't remember what do you remember from when you was up to 3 years old, man? You don't remember nothing. It's not going to affect the kid dramatically so much as it might affect your attachment. You might feel a little bit shocked, like this really ain't my child. Wow, that's crazy. And then you see your actual, like you gotta bond and connect with it, but like when you know it's your own blood, I feel like
3-year-olds know
because it could be a male, it could be a boy or a girl. So I'm just saying it.
3-year-olds know who their dads are.
How do you know? Do you remember?
Huh?
I barely remember anything. I barely remember anything when I was 3.
To Keisha's point, like you don't remember it, but like if you are at that age, you're going to have an imprint on the person that has raised you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be screaming, crying, being handed to me, your actual father, you know.
And if some random dude comes to try to hug you, you're gonna be like, "You're not my dad." Like 3-year-olds, y'all are underestimating how much 3-years know. 3-year-olds know their dads.
I'm gonna untrain the baby. I'm gonna untrain the 3-year-old before I give him back. But yeah,
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Is it a white baby?
You obviously don't.
Just act like he is.
All right, look, man. So
Just act like
what I'm saying is,
I
think it'll be rough at first, but I would take my own actual flesh and blood back. Like I would probably like try to still be in the other kid's life for a while as their biological parent is getting reacquainted with that child. Then over time, like focus more on my own child. Like you got to build this back up with your own kid now, because this is what you originally were gonna do from the start. Like if they was swapped and you knew that day, you wouldn't take that kid. It's only because you grew an attachment to it. So, like, why would you not want to be attached to your own actual child? But like, if you still feel a way about the kid, you can still work out something with their parents to still be involved in their life in some way as they get older. But I still want my own kid.
Not about wanting my son back. The reality of it.
If I take my son back and the son I raised for 3 years of his life become like an NBA star, I'm gonna need some money though. I'm gonna need something.
To that point, it's not about you not wanting to be attached to the kid that's actually yours. It's just what the reality of the situation turned out to be. I didn't want this to happen, but the one that I've literally been bonded to this kid for 3 years. Like I didn't even know that this wasn't mine.
But you still have the rest of your life to get bonded with
your
real son.
Yeah, like
I'm not saying like so. My words before were just to be funny. I'm not gonna just. I'm always have. If it's actually my kid, I want to know who my kid. I want to be in my kid's life. I'm not gonna kick him to the curb, but I'm not gonna abandon the kid that I've grown and groomed for 3 years and come attached to.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was trying to say. Is like you could still like be in the other kid's life when they get back with their biological parents.
Yeah. I think after 3 years of having somebody else's. I think 3 years after having.
I said, what if Trey Rags was really your son? And like y'all
come on.
Hey, you didn't want him to be you wouldn't want to go take care of him.
Trey Rags is. Come on, guys.
I mean, I think
y'all look so alike right now.
I feel like you
put your fist up. Just put your fist up real slow, because
he looks just like him. That is really murdering me. No, but like what I was gonna say though.
That's the thumbnail, G.
What I was gonna say though, like I feel like you and the other family are kind of like connected.
We just gonna replace Keith's square with Trey Rags.
Let DJ speak, man. Let DJ talk.
It's like y'all just keep going off.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said you and the other family are connected now. They're going to want to, just like you, want to still be, connected to that kid that you raised for 3 years. So, I mean, and actually it's going to benefit you because, like I said, they're going to have that imprint on their, their parent that raised them for that time. They're going to kind of need to be there to help smoothen things over. You're going to need to be there to help smoothen things over for each other.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like essentially, if that is the case, you have adopted another kid and another family has adopted your kid, and you don't know what type of person or a kid has now been raised to be. And you have a connection with the 3-year-old that you raised. Yeah.
So I can keep but both. I can be in both of their lives.
I mean, maybe.
It'd be weird. Then I would just choose to be in both of their lives. I don't what's the why does it have to be one of them?
You'll never have possession of your son, of your actual son.
Yeah, you'd be the weird.
I mean, you could, you might be able to call him every couple months or maybe send a letter.
Hey boy, how you doing?
If he grows up to be a star, like if he grows up to take your rapping ability and becomes the next Young Thug. Why did I pick that one?
He said he's at his best.
No. Lil Baby.
I feel like we gotta ask this to
you would be like
Trinidad James.
Social media. We're gonna post this on the gram. I'm gonna get y'all's opinions on it because I need to figure out. I don't think I'm crazy for that. I think
I need my son.
Yeah, I mean they can keep my son, but I need my son to know that I'm the real father, just in case he pops off.
But then now you're weird to him though.
Nah. Well, he doesn't need to know that. You guys know, but
am I mean because I want to do something to the other baby because it's not mine? Like I just keep thinking of like ways I can say it without
You
getting.
just go give him a spanking just because he's not your baby.
Welcome to
I would just start doing.
You're
Like,
not my son.
I would just start doing wrestling moves on him before I give him that.
You just gonna start suplexing them, but like,
just
no,
gonna
like
You gonna give him back with a big old knot in his head?
I'm like he was built like that.
Oh, those Lunchables.
That was definitely archaic. What
he's
was
gonna
that?
be mad every time you come home.
What did Keith say? Please rewind what Keith said.
Oh, those Lunchables. Oh, those Lunchables. Oh, those Lunchables.
Something about a moose.
What
I
did you
think he's
say? Though?
Hey, that's a
what
new
he's
quote.
doing.
Y'all can leave me alone for a couple of days now, a couple pods.
Ow.
That's a new quote. Whatever he said.
Whatever he
Time
said.
to-
Yeah, he did the Crash Bandicoot. Whoop the go.
Every time a kid,
Right.
every time the kid wants a new toy, you're not my real son.
I want to put him in the ankle lock so bad. Before
I'm
I
a
give
kid.
him
You're
back.
not my real son. Is murdering me. You're murdering.
And I'm like, hey son, before you go back to your real father, just right, you real quick.
Listen, man, if I keep the other person's kid and he grows up and he just like, because I know he's gonna pass me up in height, I'm gonna be feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Definitely
Like
need
if
that money.
I keep the other son, like the other kid, I'm 100% like if he ever gets smart, but yeah, you can never be my son.
What if we had a D1
Couldn't be my
basketball
son.
Couldn't be me.
I don't want y'all to have kids, man. Oh my
Right?
God.
Like he'd be a lame, but like hey,
team? What if
you know, you don't
get
feel
that
as
up?
bad.
Like, what if he grow up and like if he grows up and asks you
But
for
that's
money?
still
Are you giving him
terrible.
money?
I might
What
give
if
him
that kid
less.
turns into a Division I basketball
Bro,
player?
you
What want
raise
to
him,
do?
he's your son.
Well, Division
That's
One don't
okay.
mean he got money yet.
Yeah, true. Division I, that's fine. I mean, that's
Ain't
okay.
there yet.
Then I am the real dad.
That's my son. You know, I raised him to be that.
Man.
if he turned out to be, less than
Baller.
that, that's,
No, realistically,
Your-
if I was
your
in a
son is your
situation,
son.
if I was in that situation, I would keep the kid that I've already trained up and been with for 3 years.
I need my son back. It's weird.
You need your it is like it's a little weird, but it's just it would be like adopting a kid.
Like the thing is, like, so if y'all go there and y'all see it and it look just like you, and you're
Yeah.
like, stay over there.
So is the scenario like you don't go get your kid and you don't ever see him again?
No, like they just swap.
You can't.
on
Yeah,
accident.
yeah.
No, I'm saying like if you choose to just keep the other person's child, are you just not in contact with your actual child like ever?
Basically, yeah.
Nah, I can't do that. I gotta get my kid.
I need my real son.
Well, that was some good talk.